Hey, you beautiful. You a queen. I adore you. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, the darker her flesh, the deeper her roots. She feeling the vibe, I'm feeling it too. I'm going inside, watch me get in the groove. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, the darker her flesh, deeper the roots. She feeling the vibe, I'm feeling it too. I'm going inside, watch me get in the groove, yeah, yeah. Ain't it crazy how we do our black queens? But maybe we could stop acting like fiends. Let them love, hug, and nurture us. There's no one above that could be like us. You know that a young nigga need that. This shit for real, baby.
Rebirth of Magnum is taking place. This is it. It's here. Got the wrap done. Everything's tightened up. Body wise, we're in good shape. That was my main complaint about this car, was the body. Had flaws on the paint. Staga handled it. Got it all under the wrap and you can't even see them anymore. Saved me a whole bunch of money on body work and paint job. But this is good. This is very good. And then, you know, with the wrap, you have the option of changing the color anytime you want. But anyway, let's basically get into this. I mean, Rebirth of Magnum. What is a Magnum? Well, Dodge, when it was owned by Daimler Chrysler, they decided to put together a nice, big, juicy rear-wheel drive platform because they had been banned from making big, juicy V8 rear-wheel drive platforms for many years. That was part of the deal that Lee Iacocca made to get money from the government back in the 80s. That's why you got all the front-wheel drive, K cars, the minivan, all that good stuff that basically carried Chrysler through its rebirth. Well, it came to an end right around 2005 when Chrysler took the old E-Class platform, took took the suspension parts off of it, and the transmission too, the NAG1 transmission that we have. I mean, some of the older V6 Magnums have a different transmission than the SRT8 like it's pictured here, but the transmission on this car is Mercedes. The front end pieces mirror the E-Class almost just like it. That's a different length and everything, but it's still basically, thank you Mercedes for giving us a German handling car that I can enjoy. See, I come from German cars. I started out cutting my teeth on Volkswagens, air-cooled Volkswagens, water-cooled Volkswagens, and Audis. And basically when crash happened in 2008, I had to give up my Audi because I wasn't going to buy it out. And I wanted something new. And German cars, the euro was so high against the dollar, German cars were just crazy expensive. So I basically got into my Jeep, my SRT8 Jeep, which was all-wheel drive, which I had gotten used to and really loved. So I got into that. And that started my love of Mopars, really. I mean, I had always been around them, always paid attention to them. But I really started loving them right around 2007. And then the SRTs came out in 2006. And they really set it off. I got a chance to go out with a buddy and repo a 300 SRT8, 2006 vintage. And that set my heart on fire. But anyway, get back to the point. A Dodge Magnum LX platform produced from 2005 to 2008 early. 2008 and a half, the Magnums were all discontinued and the Challenger began production on the very same line in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. The Magnums were on. That's why you'll see an '08 Magnum and an '08 Challenger, but they weren't produced at the same time. The '08 Challenger was 08.5, the first one that came out, SRT only. Then the '09s came out with the lesser models. And the last Magnum was the '08, which is not pictured here. It was a little different than the '06, '05, '07s. The '08 had a special front end that really is unique to that year. And they only made like 291 SRTs that year. And only a couple thousand actual Magnums that year in '08. So '08s are the unicorns. Those are the one-offs, special, good luck finding a front end if you wreck it type Magnums. But the 2006 Magnum, like the one here, it's pretty fully loaded. It's doesn't have video option, doesn't have video for DVD player. That happened in 2007. And remote start also. But this one does have navigation. Came with navigation, came with a nice little sunroof. Came with Brembo brakes. Not these Brembos, but this car's been updated quite a bit. So anyway, the 2006 Magnum SRT was a masterpiece in my opinion, because I'm a lover of all things station wagon. I love having a rear hatch. I love being able to throw anything in the back, like a big screen TV, and take it home from Walmart or wherever you get it from. Can't do that in the Charger. Can't do that in the Challenger. The Magnum was calling my name. We got a chance to rent one. I said, let me check this Magnum out. I rented a 2.7 Magnum back in 2008 or so. I think I already had my Jeep. And I fell in love with the car, but I said the power was just not there. And the V6s, the early V6s were pretty terrible. They don't last long. They didn't have power. The transmissions were trash. This one with 140,000 miles on it, all on stock internals. The engine's never been cracked open. Transmission's never been cracked open. It's driven. Took all my kids to school. My wife drove this one. It was a stock SRT8 Magnum. Took them to school every single day, all the way from Inglewood to Long Beach. Twice a day she did that. This thing has served me very, very well. And here we are. Now, the modification started when I was approached at a supermarket by a guy who said, hey, is that your Magnum outside? I said, yeah. He said, man, I got a carbon fiber hood for it. You want it? I'm selling it. It's true fiber, 100% good stuff. I said, hell yeah. So I got to exchange information with him, and he sent me to his body shop where he had his car, and they gave me the hood. I paid the guy at the body shop. That was my carbon fiber hood. Still here. That had to be 2011 or 12. This hood has been great to me. Love it. Well, I did that. Then, after I got the hood together, I started working on headlights. I've had a couple different trials and tribulations dealing with headlights. I've opened them up a few times. Went with HIDs, just playing HIDs in the reflector for a while. And then I went and put projectors in there, running HIDs. Now I'm in the all LED setup. This is the newest one. They got super bright projector LEDs now. So this is my latest setup for that. Fog lights, same thing. Went through the HID bulbs, then little projectors and LEDs and all that stuff. So we got what we got. See, after that, next move was pretty much wheels. I had put a set of Hellcat wheels, the first Hellcat that looks like some inky webs without the lip. The first Hellcat wheels I put on there. Didn't lower it, didn't do anything, just put the wheels on just to be different. They were black, car was silver. It was cool, lasted a while. Then I changed it up. I had the billboard for Mopar Movement Media, which was modern Mopar Movement at the time. Made this a billboard car, so I stripped off the side moldings, and it was all kind of junk under there. Oh, that was the start of my body problems. But ripped off the side moldings, put the billboard on, and then I lowered it not too soon after that. Lowered it with the Hellcat 2 wide body wheels, which are the little kind of 5-spoke, but the spokes are squared out. You'll see in some of the pictures of this car from recent times. And I threw on some BC coilovers, dropped it down. adjusted it right where I wanted it, and man, those things handle great, and they're still on there now. Still the same way, still looks good. Did all that, did some badging upgrades. You know, we were SRT8 at first, now it's just SRT, because that happened a while back. But anyway, kept it moving. Then we realized it was time to really set the car off, bring it up into the 21st century. Then I decided to get the wrap done. Well, didn't decide on the color until late, but I knew one thing for sure is that with the carbon fiber hood, I also wanted a carbon fiber roof. So we got the carbon fiber roof done. Got that done not too long ago. Stagger also did that for me. Real good work. Love it. Finally decided on a wrap color. Now, there was a color that I wanted, which was pretty much this type of satin metallic, dark, but it was a bronze by KPMF. That was the color I decided to go with. Unfortunately, a guy on YouTube did a charger that way, and I think he got the last roll of that wrap in the known universe. I was unable, Stagger and myself, we both tried, and we were unable to locate any more of that wrap. And I had set my heart on it. But, okay, fine, things changed. So I got back in the books, got back on the internet, on the interwebs, and started looking around and found Tech Wraps, burnt maroon satin metallic. This is the color that I chose. Never seen it on another car except for in the video. The CK Wraps did a F-Pace Jag in this color, and with black rims, I said, yeah, that's the way it's got to be. So we went, got it done. The wrap came out beautiful. I mean, this is a hard quality. I mean, you touch this wrap, you know, you touch most wraps and it kind of feels rubbery and it's kind of soft. This wrap feels like it's been painted. It's hard, and it was hard to apply. But once it's on there, it's on there. Now, once we got the wrap done, blacked out the little chrome edges. No more chrome on the car. We got some new window sills and all that good stuff. Had to change the wheels out because they were silver at the time. So we went ahead and went with the latest Mopar replica, which is these, which are probably Hellcat 3s or something. I don't know what the technical name is for them. In gloss black, which the factory doesn't make gloss black wheels for these cars or for Challengers, Chargers nowadays. So the gloss black kind of sends a little message that says, hey, these aren't the stock wheels. So the effort, all in all, is to really update this Magnum and make it look like something that could have been produced in 2020. You know, something like that. Just give it all the modern tech and touches, everything it needs to pretty much be comparable with the latest Challengers, Chargers, and everything else when you go to the car meet and sit there with them. And then you get a color that kind of reminds you of Hellraising, but it ain't. It's not quite Hellraising, but I do love Hellraising, and F8 green and Hellraising are like my two favorite colors for these cars. And I'm really happy with this one. A lot of good response. People seem to like it. And so do I. Now, there will be no more Dodge Magnums for anybody anytime soon. So I will carry this Magnum to my grave as far as I know. But that's all there is now for the Rebirth of Magnum. Future upgrades may include interior work and engine work, but I mean, I kind of don't want to mess with this motor until it dies on me. I want to kill it, and it's kind of hard to do so far. The 6.1 is really good motor. It's just chugging and chugging and chugging. So I know I'm getting tired of getting dusted by all the new 4-liter turbo cars and whatever else is out there. But you know, hey, if it looks good, it don't have to be that fast, right? Anyway, signing off on that one.